Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club, Calcutta Races, the third day of Christmas meeting, 17 December 2022 race preview. The second race of the afternoon, the Wolf 777 Sprint Handicap, to be run over a distance of 1200 meters for horses rated 61 to 86. First up, we look at three runners which went up against each other in race number 23. The winner here was Cape Tanneros. This was over 1100 meters, was in second spot, then took charge through soon and then beat off Delfini, who fought on, and there was a very close verdict between them nose. In third spot was Black Pearl, who was in fifth spot into the bend, but then made up some ground towards the inside and came into the third spot. Number 4 was Lucky Chance, who took the turn in sixth spot, eventually finished on sixth. Couple of runners, number 3 By the Way, number 6 Perfect Rendition, By the Way, who took the turn in second spot, at one point looked good, but then Perfect Rendition, who switched towards the inside and got a lovely opening in the right time, came out flying, but then By the Way made a race out of it, lunged at the post and fell short by a head. Number 5 is Properly Posh. This was Properly Posh's first start in this winter season, where it took the turn in sixth spot, was full of running and was looking for an opening. The horse absolutely was galloping into the last 200 meters, and when got that opening, shot through it and won that race hands down, beating the Bear Dunes into second. The Flying Eagle, this run we are looking at is from the monsoon season, where the Flying Eagle was installed the favourite. This was over 1200 meters in race number 4. Took the turn in third spot. When asked for an effort, the Flying Eagle was a little flat-footed and eventually finished on fourth. It was observed after the race that the Flying Eagle was trotting lame. Moving on to the third race of the day, the Wolf 777 Mid-December Handicap Division 1 for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner we are looking at is number 1 Magnite. Has had 3 starts already in this season. First up in race number 7, it finished on 7th behind Leonardo. In his next start in race number 18, finished on 9th of 9 runners behind Properly Posh. In his last start, took the turn in 10th spot in race number 29 over 1100 meters, made up a placing and eventually finished on 9th of 11 runners. The winner here was Perfect Rendition. We are looking at number 2 Castillo. Castillo skipped the monsoon season. This one we are looking at is from the winter season, where it had a very productive season, placed in 5 of his 6 starts. This run is in race number 124, where Castillo was in 5th spot into the last 200 meters, burst out of the pack and won that race by length and 3/4, beating Debut Sky into second. Number 3 is Whispering Grass. This one we are looking at is from this season in race number 8, where it went over 1100 meters, took the turn in 5th spot, then came up with a run down the center and eventually fell short by almost 3 lengths. The winner here was Southern Lad. Number 4 is Bread and Butter. This run we are looking at is from this season in race number 6, where it went over 1100 meters, was in front into the last 150 meters, and then the late challenge came by Dream Chaser, who came up with a rattle, and Bread and Butter could only settle for second spot, almost a length and 3/4 behind the winner. Number 5 is Mount Reno, earlier known as Mount View. This start we are looking at is from the current season in race number 12, where it went over 1400 meters, was in third spot as they entered the home straight. When asked for an effort, weakened and eventually finished on 6th of 7 runners. The winner here was Monteverde, who won that race by a widening margin of 8 lengths. Number 7 is Ashwamegh. This one we are looking at is from the monsoon season, where it had 5 starts. This was in race number 37 over 1100 meters, where Ashwamegh was in 4th spot, then came up with a run on the wide outside in the white and blue jacket and fell short by 3/4 of a length and finished on second behind Jinsuku. Number 8 is Toronero. Toronero. This one was in race number 13 in the current season, where it went over 2000 meters, took the turn in second last spot, then made up a placing and eventually finished on 5th of 7 runners. It was observed after the race that Toronero was trotting lame. Number 9 is El Patron. El Patron, this one is in the current season in race number 27, where it went over 1600 meters, took the turn in 5th spot. When asked for an effort, El Patron dropped back slightly and finished on second last of 8 runners. The winner here was Magneto, who won that race by a couple of lengths. We move on to the 4th race of the day, the Wolf 777 Mid-December Handicap Division 2 for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26 eligible, to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner we're looking at is ASOS. This is from the current season in race number 18, where ASOS went over 1200 meters, was in second spot as they took the turn, then went asked for an effort, fell back and eventually finished on 5th of 9 runners. The winner here was Properly Posh, who won that race by 2 1/4 lengths. Number 2 is Memorable Memories. This run we are looking at is from the monsoon season, where it had a couple of starts. In race number 24, it finished on 7th behind Pot of Gold over 1200 meters. This start is in race number 46, where it took the turn in 7th spot. When asked for an effort, didn't really accelerate, in fact fell back and finished on last of 9 runners. The winner here was Jean Lafayette, who won that race by a length and a quarter. We have 3 runners which went up against each other in race number 20 in the current season. UB, who has had already 3 starts. First up, it finished on 7th in race number 6, finished on 11th in race number 8. In this race, it was slow to begin and took the turn in 8th spot, made up a couple of placing and finished on 6th. We had number 7, Jinsuku, who first finished on 3rd in race number 6, and his last start was in front but weakened and eventually finished on 5th. The other runner we had is number 9, Light in the Sky. Light in the Sky first up finished on 12th in race number 8. In his last start, took the turn in 6th spot, then fell back and finished on last of 8 runners. The winner here was Cold Pursuit. Number 4 is The Mentalist. This start is from this season in race number 8, where The Mentalist went over 1100 meters, was in 4th spot as they took the turn. Then when asked for an effort, fell back slightly and finished on 6th of 12 runners. The winner here was Southern Lad, who won that race by a length and a quarter. Number 5 is Regency Smile. This one we are looking at is from the 1000 guineas, where it went over 1600 meters. It took the turn in 4th spot, then weakened and eventually finished on second last of 8 runners. The winner here was Success, who won that race by a length and a quarter. Number 8 is Daddy's Dream. Couple of starts for Daddy's Dream. First up in race number 6, it finished on 6th behind Dream Chaser. And his last start, Daddy's Dream, in race number 7 went over 1400 meters, was in front, but into the last 150 meters or so, there was a big challenge that came from script, and there was a ding-dong battle, a 3-way finish, and Daddy's Dream just fell short and finished on 2nd. We move on to the 5th race of the day, the Wolf 777 Register, Play and Enjoy Cup, to be run over a distance of 2000 meters for horses rated 81 and above, rated 61 to 86 eligible. First runner we're looking at is number 1, Cliffhanger. The run we are looking at is from the Calcutta winter season last time out in race number 81, which was over 2800 meters, where this was the Queen Elizabeth II Cup, and Cliffhanger was in 3rd spot as they entered the home straight, got into a ding-dong battle with Parisian and fell short by a short head, and today ridden by Hasib Alam. Three runners went up against each other in race number 17 over 1600 meters. First up we had Stockbridge, who took the turn in third spot, took charge into the last 150 meters and won that race by 3 parts of a length. Number 3 was Oasis, who was in fourth spot as they turned for home, then made some late gains and finished on second. Number 4 was Consigliere. Consigliere went on a start to finish mission but ran out of gas and eventually finished on 6th of 7 runners behind Stockbridge. We moved on to the 6th and feature race of the afternoon, the Wolf 777 Calcutta Gold Cup Grade 2 for 3-year-old and over, to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First up we look at number 1, A Star Is Born, who is an Indian Classic winner, the winner of the last year's 2000 Guineas. This one we are looking at is from the Pune season, where it went over 2000 meters, was in fourth spot. When asked for an effort, A Star Is Born was a little flat-footed and eventually finished on last of 5 runners. The winner here was Forest Flame, who got the measure of Juliet. Couple of runners went up against each other. This one we are looking at is from the race number 11 in the current season, where it went over 1400 meters. Number 2 was Jake. Jake took the turn in third spot, eventually weakened and finished on 6th. Number 6 was Tigrio. Tigrio was in last spot, came up wide of the track and eventually finished on 5th of 7 runners. The winner here was Agnostic, who weaved a passage towards the inside and won that race by length and 3/4. Number 3 is Psychic Force. Psychic Force, this one we are looking at is from the monsoon season, had 3 starts. First up it finished on 6th in race number 17 over 1400 meters. Then it won over 2000 meters, beating Redoubtable. Next up, it faced Redoubtable again over 2000 meters in race number 53. Took the turn in second spot, then when could not match strides with Redoubtable, who won that race going away, and Psychic Force had to finish third. Moving on to number 4, Sea Lion. This one we are looking at from the monsoon season in race number 41, where Sea Lion was slow to begin, was in third spot as they entered the home straight. Into the last 150 meters, Sea Lion took charge and won that race, beating off the late challenge of Victoria Sermon, who kept on digging. They got into a ding-dong battle, but Sea Lion prevailed by a long neck. Number 5 is Imperial Power. This one we are looking at is from the 2000 Guineas over 1600 meters. This was in race number 22, where Imperial Power found himself in front and made it a start to finish essay. Won that race going away from them, beating Monteverdi by length and a quarter. Won with a measure of comfort. We move on to the 7th and last race of the day, the Wolf 777 Exchange Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. Couple of runners went up against each other. One was Dream Chaser. Dream Chaser completed a hat-trick on the winter track after it won the last race on the winter season in race number 125. It won in race number 6 in the first race it ran on the winter track this season. Then in race number 15, it was in 4th spot, then burst out of the pack and staved out the late challenge of Summer Air, won that race by a short head. Number 9 was Divya Shakti. Divya Shakti had a very productive monsoon season, but here it was installed the favorite, but ran a little flat-footed race and finished on 4th after taking the turn in 5th spot. Couple of runners again. Number 2 is Exotic. Exotic has had couple of starts. First up in race number 4, where it was slow to begin, eventually finished on 4th behind Queenstown. In his last start, Exotic was in second spot. When asked for an effort, was a little flat-footed and eventually finished on 3rd. It was reported by the jockey that he lost his way during the race. Number 6 was Dubai Dunes. Dubai Dunes has had 3 starts already. First up, it finished on 11th in race number 9. It finished on 2nd in race number 18 behind Properly Posh. In his last start, it finished on 4th behind Adonica. Number 3 is Circle of Love. This one we are looking at from the current season, where Circle of Love over 1600 meters in race number 2 was in 3rd spot. When asked for an effort, Circle of Love did not really accelerate. In fact, if anything, fell back and eventually finished on 4th of 5 runners. The winner here was 3rd Avenue, who continues the juggernaut. Number 4 is D My Heart. This was in race number 23 after it finished on 6th in race number 10 behind Cape Tanaros. This time it went over 1100 meters against the same horse, but took the turn in 7th spot, did not make any further improvement, finished on 7th of 8 runners, almost 7 lengths behind the winner, which was Cape Tanaros. Number 5 is D Golden Guru. This run is in race number 24 where it went over 1100 meters. Was in 9th spot at the end of the home straight, but weakened and eventually finished on last of 11 runners. The winner here was Perfect Rendition, who won that race by a head. Couple of runners we're looking at again. Number 7 Ramel. Number 8 Whistleblower. This was in race number 21 where it went over 2000 meters. Ramel took the turn in last spot and stayed on in last, and Whistleblower, who was in front but then weakened and eventually finished on 4th of 5 runners. The winner here was Mandeville, who won that race in a 3-way finish. Number 10 is Cold Pursuit. This one is in the current season where Cold Pursuit in race number 20 where it went over 1400 meters was in 4th spot, then came out and took charge into the last 250 meters or so and then won that race by almost 3 lengths, beating Mandolin into 2nd. Last runner for the day is number 11 Thar. Has had a couple of starts. First time in race number 3 where it went over 1600 meters. It finished on 4th after leading the pack for the most of the while. And its next start in race number 13, the one we are looking at, it employed the same tactics. It went on a start to finish mission, but this time held on for 2nd spot in behind Arrow Point, almost 6 lengths behind the winner. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you at the races.